Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, welcome to this channel. It is tdolkarrr. Wow guys, firstly I never thought that I, out of everyone in this world, would be making something called their fitness journey. But after getting so many requests from you guys asking about my weight loss tips and how did I lose my weight, what do I eat, so here is the final video of my weight loss journey. So I thought of segregating this video into different sections as to firstly giving you a little bit about history about myself and the reason why I started losing my weight, what do I do, what is my gym fitness journey and everything. Firstly, we'll go talk about my history. So since a very young age, since my childhood only, I was a really chubby and a fat kid. I used to love eating and during my school days also I was no thin or something like that. I was still chubby at that time, but then yeah, during the school days I used to play a lot of sports that may help keep me fit for a while. But then once I used to come back for vacations again, I used to eat a lot and gain back all those weight. And don't get me wrong guys, I'm not saying that I hated the way I look or something like that. I was really confident about how I looked and everything. Genuinely speaking guys, since very young age only, I felt like even though I'm fat or chubby, I was like confident enough to pull out a outfit or anything like that. I was never like, hating my body or the way I looked or anything like that. But yeah, at home people used to tell me to eat less because they were concerned about my health. I was really too much into junk food, not eating like proper healthy food, I guess. Another thing is that since childhood only, I used to overeat a lot. Like I guess that when I was a kid, I did not know the concept about how much your body needs to digest or like how much quantity does your body need. But then I used to overeat a lot until unless I used to be like full till here. But yeah, that's the reason why I was really chubby since my childhood. And yeah, junk food was one of my favorites. Like every time I used to go out, I used to have a lot of burger, pizza, pasta and everything like that. And during the school times also, I used to take a lot and lots of tucks. I remember taking like 10 packets of chips each chips and taking 2 cartons of like coca and YY and getting a lot of table grubs like Nutella, mayonnaise and all that. And during the school times, my nickname was even called Paratha because of my round face, and they used to call me a mini tuck shop, looking at how much tucks I used to carry at school as well. And during when I went to college, I guess that's when it hit me a lot, because during college I started eating junk food more than how much I used to eat at home. Like I used to rarely eat homemade food like what my PG used to offer. I used to go out, eat hog on like KFC, Domino's and like all those like Thelas and all, I used to have a lot of like ghee dosa, for instance, like momo, chow mein, all that. I used to eat a lot of junk food. And that time I did not know, of course, something called what is the meaning of calories. And I guess during my second year of my college, that was when I hit like my rock bottom. Like I had gained so much weight, like I could legit see myself like looking like a football or something like that. Honestly speaking guys, that was a time when I did not like myself at all, because you could see my fats coming out from my chin, from my cheeks, from my arms, back, thighs, everywhere. And yeah, that was the reason why I feel like that was my rock bottom phase of fatness. I had gained so much weight. Whenever I look back at those days of my like what I eat in a day, I just feel like telling bro, like it's not something about your fatness or something like that, it's all for your health as well. I used to wake up in the morning, eat dosa, then snacks used to be pav bhaji or like bun samosa or something like that, and in the night I used to have like burger. That's because like I felt like that time I was not eating any kind of healthy food and it was all junk. When I tell all junk, it was all junk. Yeah, during that time I did join a gym back in Bangalore, but then I did not take my diet seriously. Like I used to be like, oh yeah, I am doing lots of cardios and all that, and I used to go back home and eat like chicken chili with chicken fried rice, thinking like I would say like no, it is protein only because it's like chicken and so yeah. But then I did shed some weight during that time as well. I did not have a drastic change, but then I was still recognizable, and yeah, my fats had gone down a little bit. Moving on to why did I decide to lose my weight. I had thought of giving my try at cabin crew, and the first time when I went for the interview for Indigo in the month of last year's June, I guess it was in Darjeeling, that was when I came to know like I am overweight. I was 75 kgs, and for my height, it was really overweight. So cabin crew was actually the main reason why I started losing weight and why I thought of joining a gym and shedding off some weights. 1st of July 2025 was the first day when I joined gym. Yeah, like when I first joined gym, I thought like it's okay, like I'm not gonna focus so much about my diet. Like initial days when I first started joining gym, it was really difficult for me to control on my food and everything. And I kind of made changes in my diet as well. Like instead of having some unhealthy food during the for dinner, I started substituting that with roti. Guys, don't get me wrong, I did not follow any kinds of diet. It's just that how much of a portion I used to eat before, I cut down on that a lot. I still had my white rice, I still had my junk food. Yeah, junk food I did control for a while. Like I still till today, like if you see me, I do tend to control on my junk food a lot. I do not want to cut down on my junk completely, because then I do not want my body to be like, you know, used to that healthy lifestyle, and once when I intake a little bit of junk, then my body cannot take it and I'll fall sick or something like that. So yeah, taking a little bit of junk was necessary for my body as well. And I genuinely feel like without following some certain diet or something like that, also you can still lose your weight. It's just that you need to have patience. And one thing that gym taught me a lot was something called patience. When I first started joining the gym, I after every 15 days, I remember asking everyone like, do I look thin? Do I look thin? And they used to be like, no, the results won't show this fast, this early, and something like that. But eventually when I gave myself some time, when I gave my body some time, I eventually saw some changes. I remember the first time I saw the change was when I wanted to wear a denim of mine and the waist was really, really loose. And I was like, oh my God, did I just become thin? And I was like, damn it, I finally did it. I started shedding off some weight. If you're talking about my kind of food that I used to eat, as I've already told you before, that I just cut down on the portions of my food. Like before, I stopped having so much junk and sweets. I never had a sweet tooth. Okay, so that was really easy for me to cut down. Other than that, I stopped drinking all kinds of soda drinks, all kinds of like sugary drinks and all, you know, like I stopped drinking Coca-Cola, like the normal Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, and everything like that. So I chose the alternatives for all that is like Diet Coke, Pepsi Zero, and all that. So yeah, I cut down on all the sugar and everything. And since we are talking about food, I would genuinely want to tell you guys that if you all are wanting to do a weight loss, or like you are thinking of going and shedding off some weight, guys, please do not think like just because you are losing some weight, you need to eat less. That's a completely misconception that people have. Just because you are losing some weight, you need to have very less food, or like you need to cut down on so many things. No, guys. You need to learn the psychology of food. You need to start eating food that is going to keep you healthy, but at the same time, it's going to keep you fuller at the same time. For example, if you take me, like when I first started joining gym, I thought that I need to completely stop rice. But then when I took the advice of my gym trainers, they told me that you should have rice. Rice has a good amount of carbs, and that is it. Okay, you need to have your brown breads, you need to have your like little bit of like day-to-day bakery items, so that you do not lose your carbs in your body. And once you do not have carbs in your body, you do not have the strength to do some weight lifting and all that. So if you all are thinking of going through this weight loss journey, guys, please do not forget to have your carbs. And I've got so many questions asking me that, don't you feel like eating all this like junk food and all when you get to see it and all? I would say that when I first started it, like it was difficult for me to like resist myself about not eating it. I still remember once when I was hanging out with one of my friends during the afternoon, he had ordered a large size pizza. Okay, and I was like, oh my God, I just want to have one bite, one bite, one bite. And there was this Agya who used to go to the same gym as me, and he saw me like how much I used to work out and all. So he was like, Dolkarrr, if you want to have it, it's okay, you can have it, but then all the hard work that you have done is just gonna go to waste. So I remember what did I do was I just took one bite of the pizza. I was like, damn, it's so yum. I just chucked everything out. I know, guys, I did kind of waste food, but then yeah, that's eventually how I started doing it. And once you tell no to junk food, it becomes easier for you to like, you know, say no to junk food later on. And guys, like, you know, once you come to know something called what is the meaning of like deficit calorie, what is the meaning of like actual calories, that is when you need to draw a thin line between toxicity. Because when I started knowing what is the meaning of calories, and when I got into the proper things, learning about calories and all, I got into this really unhealthy habit about like, you know, eating a small thing. I used to say like, oh my God, how much calorie does it have? Then ultimately I kind of started feeling scared of food that I used to consume. I used to regret a lot. I used to be like, shit man, why did I eat it today? I do not want to eat it. Like, even though I never used to eat it on a daily basis, but then like if I used to have like even like twice in a week, I used to be like, oh my god, like why did I eat that and all. And that is something really, really unhealthy. I do suggest people to not at all think about all that, because no matter what fitness journey you guys are in, if there is something that you guys want to eat and you guys know that you have earned it, please eat it without regret. Don't be like me, regretting and eating, because at the end of the day, if you start doing that, you will have a very unhealthy relationship with food. Then once I got along with my gym and everything like that, once it became a part of my day-to-day routine, I started learning more about calorie deficit. So calorie deficit is basically like, you know, how much calorie intake that can your body do according to your weight. If you're talking about me, I was 75 when I started and now I am 64. So that is almost like, let's just say 11 kgs. Yeah, if you see the timeline, it's like I started since July. So July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So it's been 10 months that I have started into my fitness journey and I have lost 11 kgs. There's something called calorie deficit. Now that I am 64, my intake of my calories is way lesser than how it was when I was 75. So suppose let's just say that I can intake about 2300 calories per day. So I minus that, I minus 500 from that total calories, and 1500 calorie is my calorie deficit. So calorie deficit is basically the time when you are eating less amount of calories than how much your calories is assigned to your body. I started having food according to my calorie deficit, and guys, when I'm telling calorie deficit, it does not mean that I started having like healthy, like salad, something. Yeah, I did get that chill about having like salads and all in the middle, but then I stopped it once, because staying at home, my mom and my grandma makes so tasty food, I can never tell no to it. So yeah, that's when I started my calorie deficit. I used to have very less amount of rice and everything, and there's this app. Also, something I forgot what app was that, something about like you can click the photo of your food and it will count the calories, like it'll show you the approximate calorie intake that you are doing. So you can join that as well, and then you can see like count your calories on a daily basis. Other than that as well, like to lose, like to keep my body active throughout the whole day, is that I started doing a lot of household chores. For instance, like sweeping, cleaning your room, doing this and that, like dusting and all that. I really like to keep my whole body busy the entire time. I started walking up the stairs a lot more than before. I started cleaning my room regularly, because during when you're cleaning your room, you are bending, you're sitting, you're doing a lot of things. So I like to keep my body engaged. And when I'm not at home, or like when I've gone for vacation or something like that, I decide to walk a lot, because I came to know that running and all does shed your weight. But the thing is, like, if you cannot run, if you cannot sprint, if you cannot jog, because you feel like you get really tired and everything, then walking actually helps you a lot. Walking in treadmill, walking like 10k steps, 9k steps in a day or something like that. I usually love walking on the treadmill. I keep my incline like 5, 10, 15, 20, and the speed is almost always around like 4.5, 4, 3. So yeah, walking actually helped me lose a lot of weight. Coming to my gym workouts, out of the 7 days in the week, I go 6 days for my gym. And recently, for the past 1 week, I have been going to the gym twice. Early in the morning, I do only the weightlifting, and during the nighttime, I go only for cardio, that is walking, running, and the cross trainer. Every day I do 2 sets of body parts. For instance, on Mondays I do my chest and my triceps. On the next day I do my shoulders and triceps. Let's just say I will make a full video about my gym workout very soon. And guys, gym is only 20% of your weight loss. 80% is still your food. If you guys are joining gym for the first time, please take a PT, then they will guide you. And guys, consistency is the key. So please wake yourself up to go to the gym. And there are some days when I still look at myself in the mirror and I'll be like, no, I do want to shed more weight. I do want to be more thin and all. But then I am actually really proud about how far I have come without even like following a proper diet or something like that. So yeah, I'm really proud about myself. And if you guys are thinking of doing a weight loss journey, it's okay guys, take a small step. You don't need to join gym immediately. You can just like start by cutting down on your meals or anything like that, or go for a walk. There you can always take the first step. And yeah, I would say for my fitness journey, it's all up to gym and the people around me. Guys, the people around me have been motivating me so much. So in the time I joined my gym, every time I used to tell my friends about my progress and all, they were like, hey, that's really good, I'm really proud of you. And yeah, our gym has also like made such a friendly environment for me. Like our gym is really friendly. Like everyone is just like a family. Like we talk, we sing, we dance, we just chat around. And yeah, at our gym, like we all of us like talk, keep constantly talking to each other, and we just help each other grow. So I feel that the biggest credit that I should give is to my friends, my families, and my gym members. So thank you so much, guys, who has supported me throughout my weight loss journey. And yeah, I'm so thankful for you guys, because if you guys did not motivate me, I would not be where I am today. And guys, I'm still telling, don't get me wrong, I did not decide to like, wake up one day and be like, oh, I really want to lose my weight because I am not liking the way I look or something like that. No guys, I was really confident before as well. If you guys have been knowing me, you guys might be knowing that before also I used to be happy. Right now also I'm happy. It's just that because of one thing, like something called cabin crew, that was the main motivation for me to do a weight loss journey. And yeah, the perks is that now when I look into like some of my clothes and I fit into some of my clothes, I really like the way I look. So yeah, that's one of the perks. And yeah, I feel that I really love the way my body is showing, like all the cuts, like my biceps, my back, my shoulders, my stomach and everything. So yeah, I am really excited to see what is next in my life. And yeah, I would say that gym was one of the best things that has happened to me. Without gym, I don't even see myself now, because it just keeps me really happy, engaged, and yeah, it's so nice. So yeah guys, this was my weight loss journey, and I'll be posting about my gym routine as well, because some of you guys want to know what are the workouts that I do and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this was helpful. Yeah, I'll see you guys again on Thursday with a brand new vlog. Till then, stay safe, take care, and I love you guys. Bye.